In the Western world, or in the Western civilization, even in America, polygamy is an offense, and you can go to jail for it.
I was so happy when I read that Pope Francis directed that no Reverend Father should celebrate over a gay or lesbian marriage. And I said, Roma locuta complete, causa finita. Yes, Rome has spoken, and the matter is ended. So please, committee members that will refer the bill to, we want the report. Don't be intimidated by any person. I made this statement when I was a member of the European Parliament, European ACP Parliament in Brussels. Now we have two of our members who happen to be leading our committee, Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, who are handling the bill. And since we referred it to them up to date, we have not heard anything. I've reminded him many times on the floor of the House. What are the challenges you are meeting? Report to us. Our friends just passed their law in Uganda. We may not go the way they have gone, because our constitution is very clear as to the direction we should move. And so we'll be guided by that. Because if we pass any law against the constitution, it's unconstitutional. So we have to do that. And so what are you afraid of? If you have the whole people behind you, if God is with you, who can be against you? And if God says, please go into the wilderness, multiply and fill the world, that is God giving you that command. If somebody says, please don't multiply, how can that person be strong? As the vice president just did, is it yesterday? I mean, these things should not be tolerated. That is undemocratic. What is democracy? That somebody else will have to dictate to me as to what is good and what is bad? Unheard of. Because we have decided to devalue ourselves and go a-begging. Come on. We have more than enough. God has created more than enough for every person. It's just because you are looking at somebody else's share, not yours. We have enough in the world. The bill will be passed. This is the word to His Excellency the President. There is no way he can intervene. That answer he gave. That is now before Parliament. And when he gets to a stage that he has to, he will come in. Hey, please. This is legislation. This is not execution. Wait until we pass it and then we direct you to execute it. That is when you come in. That is why we are representatives of the people. So in terms of law, which is part of policy, we finalize it. And then the executive now have the authority to implement it, to execute it. Let's get this clear. Once this bill is before here, he is not in charge. I am in charge.
The issues of homosexuality, or better still, LGBTQi, shouldn't be an issue in this country. In fact, we shouldn't back down on our moral and cultural position because of some cheap IMF loan. Who are we as a people? We are Africans. We are Ghanaians. And we have to know our identity and the moral identity and moral credence of our society. We shouldn't throw it away because of the Western civilization. Indeed, we embrace Christianity because the whites brought us Christianity. And these same whites today, after so many years of giving us the Bible, are telling us that we should throw the values and the stories and the things we have read in the Bible away and embrace homosexuality. Look, the Bible that I know, Sodom and Gomorrah, was actually destroyed. Someone was turned into a pillar of salt because she looked back on that city when it was being destroyed. This is the Bible that I know. And from the history that I know about how the Bible came into Ghana, it is this same Western civilization who brought us the Bible. Now, the Western civilization is coming back to us as Africans. We had our own culture. You made us throw most of our culture away and embrace Christianity. One man to one woman. A man can only marry one wife according to the Bible. What has happened over these years? That now, the same people who brought us the Bible are saying that we need to embrace homosexuality. Indeed, our culture, our forefathers used to practice was that you can marry and marry, that is the traditional marriage. You can marry and marry as many wives as you want, provided you can take care of them. You're not even forced to marry one. No, that is the traditions that we know or used to be in Ghana. We embraced Christianity and we said that the Bible says that you shouldn't marry more than one. One man is to one woman. And even in the Bible, there are stories about cities that were destroyed, Sodom and Gomorrah to be specific, because they were practicing homosexuality. You made us throw our culture away, embrace your civilization and Bible, and now look at what you are bringing to us again. The MPs in Parliament should remain firm and stand on their ground and decide what the majority of Ghanaians want. We cannot sit down for someone in his own country to come and dictate to us what we should do in this country just because we need some cheap loan. In the Western world or in the Western civilization, even in America, polygamy is an offense and you can go to jail for it. After making us as Africans and Ghanaians throw our culture away, I cannot practice polygamy in your country. And Ghanaians have not forced you to embrace our culture. Why are you trying to bring your culture or force us to embrace your culture in our own country? I call it, and Nkrumah called it, neo-colonialism. Ghanaians need to get off the fence. We need to get off the fence.